Spurred his horse so hard against the steep uprising of the hill?
I know not, but I think it was not he.
Whoever it was, showed a mounting mind. Well, ladies, today we shall have our dispatch. Tomorrow we shall return to France. Then, Forester, my friend, where is the bush that we must stand and play the murderer in?
Hereby, upon the edge of yonder coppice, a stand where you may make the fairest shoot.
I thank my beauty. I am fair that shoot, and thereupon there speaks the fairest shoot.
Pardon me, madam, for I meant not so.
What? First praise me, and again say no? Oh, short-lived pride, not fair, alack for woe.
Yes, madam, fair.
Nay, never paint me now, where fair is not, praise cannot mend the brow. Here, good my glass, take this for telling true. Fair payment for foul words is more than due.
Nothing but fair is that which you inherit.
See, my beauty will be saved by merit. But come the bow, now mercy goes to kill, and shooting well is then accounted ill. Thus will I save my credit in the shoot, not wounding, pity would not let me do it. If wounding, then it was to show my skill that more for praise than purpose meant to kill. And out of question, so it is sometimes, glory grows guilty of detested crimes. And I for praise alone now seek to spill the poor dear's blood, that my heart means no ill.
Do not cursed wives hold that self-sovereignty, only for praise sake, when they strive to be lords or their lords?
Only for praise, and praise we may afford to any lady that subdues a lord.
Oh, here comes a member of the Commonwealth.
God dig you den all, pray you, which is the head lady?
Thou shalt know her, fellow, by the rest that have no heads.
The greatest lady, the highest.
The thickest and the tallest?
The thickest and the tallest. It is so, truth is truth. And your waist, mistress, be as slender as my wit. One of these maids' girdles for your waist should fit. Are not you the chief woman? You are the thickest here.
What's your will, sir? What's your will?
I have this letter from Monsieur Berowne for one lady Rosaline.
Oh, thy letter. Oh, he's a good friend of mine. Stand aside, good bearer. Boyet, you can carve? Break up this capon?
Oh, I am bound to serve. This letter is mistook. It importeth none here. It is writ to Jaquenetta.
We will read it, I swear. Break the neck of the wax, and everyone, give ear.
By heaven, that thou art fair is most infallible. True that thou art beauteous. Truth itself that thou art lovely. More fairer than fair, beautiful than beauteous, truer than truth itself, have commiseration on thy heroical vassal. The magnanimous and most illustrate King Cophetua set eye upon the pernicious and indubit beggars in Neliphan, and he it was that might rightly say veni vidi vici, which to anathemize in the vulgar, oh, base and obscure vulgar, videlicet. He came, saw, and overcame. He came 1, saw 2, overcame 3. Who came? The king. Why did he come? To see. Why did he see? To overcome. To whom came he? To the beggar. What saw he? The beggar. Who overcame he? The beggar. The conclusion is victory. On whose side? The king's. The captive is enriched. On whose side? The beggar's. The catastrophe is a nuptial. On whose side? The king's. No, on both in one, or one in both. I am the king, for so stands the comparison. Thou the beggar, for so witnesseth thy lowliness. Shall I command thy love? I may. Shall I enforce thy love? I could. Shall I entreat thy love? I will. What shall thou exchange for rags, robes, for titles, for thyself, me? Thus expecting thy reply, I profane my lips on thy foot, my eyes on thy picture, and my heart on thy every part. Thine and dearest design of industry, Don Adriano de Armado.
What plume of feathers is he that indited this letter? What vein, what weathercock did you ever hear better?
I am much deceived, but I remember the style.
Else your memory is bad, going o'er it erewhile.
This Armado is a Spaniard that keeps here in court, a fantasy, a monarcho, and one that makes sport to the prince and his bookmates.
Thou fellow, a word. Who gave thee this letter?
I told you, my lord.
To whom shouldst thou give it?
From my lord to my lady.
From which lord to which lady?
From my lord Berowne, who is a good master of mine, to a lady of France we called Rosaline.
Thou hast mistaken his letter. Oh, come, Katherine, away. Here, sweet, take this. 'Twill be thine another day.
Who is the suitor? Who is the suitor?
Shall I teach you to know?
I, my continent of beauty.
Why, she that bears the bow, finely put off.
My lady goes to kill horns, but if thou marry, hang me by the neck if horns that year miscarry, finely put on.
Well then, I am the shooter.
And who is your dear?
Well, if we choose by the horns, yourself come not near. Finely put on indeed.
You still wrangle with her, Boyet, and she strikes at the brow.
She herself is hit lower. Have I hit her now?
Oh, shall I come upon thee with an old saying that was a man when King Pepin of France was a little boy, as touching the hit it?
So I may answer thee with one as old, that was a woman when Queen Guinevere of Britain was a little wench, as touching the hit it.
Thou canst not hit it, hit it, hit it. Thou canst not hit it, my good man.
And I cannot, and I cannot. Another can.
Oh.
By my troth, most pleasant that they both did fit it.
A marvelous well shot, for they both did hit it.
A mark! Oh, mark, but that mark. A mark, says my lady. Let the mark have a prick in it to met at, if it may be.
Why to the bow hand? In faith, your hand is out.
Indeed, she must aim closer if she's to hit the clout.
And if my hand be out, then belike your hand is in.
Then will she get the upshoot by cleaving the pin?
Come. You talk greasily. Your lips grow foul.
She's too hard for you at pricks. You should challenge her to bowl.
I fear too much rubbing. Good night, my good owl.
Oh, my soul. A swaying, most simple clown.
God give you good morrow. Good sir, be so good as read me this letter. It was given me by Costard and sent to me from Don Armado. I beseech you, read it.
If love make me forsworn, how shall I swear to love? Never faith could hold, if not to beauty vowed. Though to myself forsworn, to thee all faithful prove. Those thoughts to me were oaks, to thee like osiers bowed. Study his bias leaves, and makes his book thine eyes, where all those pleasures live that art would comprehend. If knowledge be thy mark, to know thee shall suffice. Well learned is that tongue that well can thee commend. All ignorant that soul that sees thee without wonder, which is to me some praise that I thy parts admire. Thy eye Jove's lightning bears, thy voice is dreadful thunder, which not to anger bent is music and sweet fire. Celestial as thou art, oh pardon love this wrong, that sings heaven's praise with such an earthly tongue. But Mademoiselle Virgin, this is directed to you?
Aye, sir, from one Monsieur Berowne, one of the strange queen's lords.
I will overglance the superscript to the snow-white hand of the most beauteous lady Rosaline. I will look again upon the intellect of the letter for the nomination of the party writing to the person written unto your ladyship in all desired employment, Berowne. This Berowne is one of the votaries of the king, and he hath framed a letter to one of the sequent of the stranger queens, which accidentally or by way of progression hath miscarried. Trip and go, my sweet, deliver this into the royal hand of the king. It may concern much. Stay not thy compliment, I forgive thy duty. Adieu.
Good Costard, go with me. Sir, God save your life.
With you, my girl.